Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. If you're here from Blasphemy, thanks for sticking around. Had a lot of fun making that video, took a lot of energy. So if you watched it, thank you so much, because I worked really hard on that. You're looking for a gift guide for your loved one and you don't really know where to begin. All you know is that they're looking to start a YouTube channel or get into videography in some way. I just so happen to be a photojournalist as my profession, so I've been working with video tools for the better part of the last 10 years. So here my little gift guide if you're looking to get something that is cheap, easy, just like me. If you're looking to get something that's affordable, easy to store, easy to carry with you, and most importantly, easy to use, here are my recommendations for gifts you can get your loved ones who are looking for a beginner guide to video production. So without further ado, let's get into it. So chances are you're watching this on your phone, which means congrats, you already have a camera on hand. So if you want to just have the most basic bare bones setup, I recommend getting this little thing. This is a Joby Gorilla Grip tripod. I think I've had this for 7 or 8 years. What I like about this is that it's very versatile. So if you don't have a ton of space, let's say you're in a dorm, you're in a small apartment, your kids' toys are everywhere. This is really simple to just grab onto anything. Like literally, this is my bike, ignore it or don't. And then you could stick your phone here. You can use this outside. You can use this on your kitchen table. You could use it, whatever flat surface you've come across. Easy to use, quick setup, super easy to store. I think it's less than a foot in length. The downside of this is that, granted, this is 7 years old, but this pops off very easily. This thing is old, so I don't know, maybe I should tighten it, but yeah, it's flimsy is the point here. It's very flimsy. So like I said, if it's just like a quick, you're just looking for a setup to record videos, record talking heads like this, just do it on your kitchen table, use this, or go outside, clamp it onto a tree branch. Here's footage of me from that angle. Hope you like my little wiggly dance. So, okay, I looked online and you can find this for about $17. What did my cat just do? Oh no. Oh, baby, no. Well, that was super gross. Okay, cats, we love them. Where were we? So you can find this for, I looked online, you can find this for about $17 to $35. Joby is by no means the only tripod that does this. There are ones with flexible legs that are a little bit thicker, so hopefully it's a little sturdier, but of course that's gonna cost you a little bit more money. But for less than $20, you can get a quick, easy setup. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. There you go. Next up on this list, speaking of tripods, is the Drex Tripod Small Rig. Now, this has been like such a godsend to me because at work with the news station that I work for, they've been making a bigger push for more social media content. This has been super helpful with filming on the go, filming, on whatever news stories. It's very running and gunning type of things. What I like about it is that it's it stores super easily and it can stretch out really long. It's surprisingly stable. I would be a little bit careful if you're using it outside. Like a big gust of wind could knock it over, so just be mindful of that. But for the most part, it's pretty stable, especially for filming indoors. So for example, this was us, filming for the sports department, interviewing a bunch of basketball players. I used this with my cell phone as like a second cam in addition to my main camera. Super useful for those reasons too. But again, if you just want like a talking head like what I'm doing right now, this is the tripod to use. Although technically I'm using not that tripod. Yeah, I'm using a different tripod. I'll get to that in a second. What I like about it is that you can collapse the legs and kind of use it as a selfie stick too. So perfect for on the go talking heads. There's a fly in the house now. I just took my ADHD meds and I don't think it kicked in, so everything is irritating and distracting to me. We love neurodivergency. The downside is that the head doesn't have the full 180 range. It's great if you're tilting it downward, but if you're tilting it up, it kind of stops at this I don't even know, 15-degree angle. Yeah, so the Drex I found online for about $30 to $50. I think I bought mine. So work gave me one. I bought a second one for personal use, and that I bought off of B&H Photo. By the way, B&H Photo, phenomenal resource for video production needs, ranging from basic, you know, beginner-friendly equipment to professional stuff that they use for films and movies, as opposed to films and not movies. This particular tripod is only for phones, but if you want something that is similar and can also incorporate cameras, I recommend what I'm using right now, the ULANZI MT78 extendable phone tripod. So it's similar to the Drexel, except it's a little bit thicker, it's a little bit heavier duty. This I do think could withstand a strong gust of wind. Oh God, I gotta kill that fly. Oh my God, there's so much going on here. I can see it! Oh my God, can I kill it? Fuck it, I'll kill it later. Oh, there it is. All right, well, I'm gonna keep talking while I have this like thing in my hand. So the ULANZI, as I was saying, it's thicker, it's definitely sturdier than the Drexel small rig. Both get the same job done. Like I said, this is just holding up my phone. But what this has that the Drexel does not have is an option for your camera. So I have this Sony camera that I use for vlogging. This is the tripod that I used when I was filming the Blast of Meat vlog. By the way, if you haven't seen the vlog, it's up right now. I spent a lot of time on it, and I'm really proud of how it turned out, so I hope you enjoy it. It was great because, especially in an environment like that where it's very crowded, you want to be mindful of like vendors and not bumping into things. It was very convenient to use. It's small, it's compact. I wasn't worried about getting in the way or knocking stuff over. Obviously, just be careful with the legs because it does have a pretty wide base when it's fully extended. I thought it would be interesting trying to use it as a steady cam, and it did not work for that. Not as well as I thought it did. It's fine. I think I don't recommend it for that, but you know, you do you. That's what the warp stabilizer thing is for. Yeah, honestly, not a ton of downsides when just using it as a tripod. The Steadicam thing was more experimental. I don't recommend it for that, but that's not what it's for. But yeah, so far no downsides. Granted, I just bought it, so we'll see how it holds up the more I use it. But so far, so good. Okay, this I bought on Amazon for $28. I think it can range up to $45. I think there's some sales going on right now. If you have any reservations about Amazon, I'm sure you could find a used version of that on like eBay or other websites. I also recommend B&H Photo for this. And yeah, I think it ranges from $28 to $45. So we're moving on to the GoPros. GoPros, super convenient. Granted, this is assuming you already have a GoPro. GoPros can go for a pretty penny if you have nary a penny to your name. There is a goddamn fly, what the fuck? I can hear you. Oh, am I gonna just start smacking the shit out of this tree? I know I should probably tune out the fly, but honestly, it's just, I'd rather just kill it because I hate flies. So the GoPro. I bought mine back in 2020. I don't remember how much it cost, I think. So, okay, brand new so far. I'm seeing GoPros, like the GoPro Hero camera. I'm seeing it online at Best Buy for $200. I'm sure you could find a used one for a little bit cheaper. But if you already have one, let's say you got it for Christmas last year, cannot stress enough how useful this tool has been, and that is the Jaws Gooseneck clamp. The GoPro Jaws Flex clamp with a gooseneck mount. That's the official term on Google. This is a GoPro only accessory or something that is like a similar enough size. But if you do have it already, it is great for getting dynamic angles. I've used it to safely get like car shots whenever we have like a car related story. Yeah, and sometimes what I'll do for work, like I did this the other day, I clamped it onto my big tripod and used it as like a second cam when rolling on this press conference. I also brought it to Germany when I went back in 2023, and I was able to get some great like walking shots. I even like dipped it into like a river and I got this cool shot. So GoPros themselves are already like pretty great, but this is like a must-have accessory, like in my opinion, if you're really looking to level things up, get really creative with it, etc. The downside, so the way the gooseneck works is that it has those little segments, right? So you can like curl it around, but it does have a limit. So I've learned this the hard way. It can break. Luckily for me, when I like broke it the first time, it was just one of the segments like popped out of socket and I just popped it back in. But be very mindful. Remember, this is flexible, but it won't work miracles. So don't overextend it. So apparently I bought this on Amazon however many years ago for $17 whole, and it's still that price to this day. Like with everything, you can find it used maybe for a little bit cheaper, but I mean for $17 I think it's a great addition. It is a little bit more expensive on other websites, so you know. Oh, Miss Thing, hi. Okay, I'm gonna let you outside since you're clearly a little restless. Well, now that I've opened the door and probably messed with the lighting, now's a great time to talk about lighting. So for this one, I'm not recommending a specific brand because it kind of depends on what your price range is. I bought this like 10 years ago when I first started like trying to do videography in my personal time, not just for work. This is the Pro Mastered 120SS Super Slim Rechargeable LED light. Meant to be a top light. I had an accessory thing that I lost, but it does come with it. It's called a shoe mount, and it's meant to kind of slide onto your camera so it sits on top of it. I don't have that anymore, but what I do use it for, hold on. Ahaha, excellent stuff. Yeah, I actually use this for doing a mini photo shoot with my pins for my Etsy store. By the way, they're on sale right now. Woo! So, okay, what I like about this, it's dimmable, so you can adjust the lights. It's rechargeable. It originally came with a LED frost in white, which is meant to mimic daylight. It is pretty powerful without it. The frost is meant to diffuse it. This is for indoor lighting. I'll make another video explaining like the differences in color temperature, but daylight is basically that like pure white, almost bluish light, and indoor light where it's using a lot of tungsten light bulbs, it gives off this orangey light. Now, like I said, I bought this 10 years ago. Apparently this cost $99. I don't really remember spending that much money on it because I bought this when I had like barely a penny to my name, but inflation's a bitch, right? With that said, so okay, the size is about 3 inches by 5.5 inches, which is, you know, comparable to your iPhone. Since I lost my little accessory thingy, what I also use this for is, let's say you have both the ULANZI rig that I'm using right now and the Drex small rig, I would attach it here and also use that as like a light coming from this side if you want to get some more like cinematic shadows, or if you've got nothing else, this is really convenient and easy to store and easy to use. The whole point of this video is to find like affordable pieces for you. So I did find not this brand, but other brands with like a similar size selling it for about 30 to 50. So that's what I recommend. So not necessarily the brand, although I do think this is a great light, but if you're looking for something a little cheaper, you can find a duplicate for $30. If you're getting a little bit more serious about your lighting, what I'm using to film this video right now is the Neewer ring light, Neewer spelled with 2 E's. So in one of my videos, I said this cost me $20. I double checked. I was woefully incorrect. This costs around $100, or at least it did back in 2020 when I first bought it. This was back when I was, you know, considering being a TikTok star. However, I do think it's worth the money because it comes as a phone tripod and light all in one go. So perfect for like a quick DIY YouTube setup. Of course, like I said, it's $100, so definitely need to spend a little bit more on this, but I do think it's worth the money for what you get with it. So for the Neewer light, it does come with these orange gel. So like I said, it's primarily for indoor lighting with like orangey amber lights. This, what I'm using right now, is for daylight to match the window that I have right now. I'll get into why it's important to know the difference in color temperature in a future video, probably after the holidays. It's relatively easy to store. I store it in 2 parts. One, the tripod body itself, and then the light ring comes in its own storage container. I keep it in the closet. It's pretty simple to like flatten it. The downside is that it is plug-in only. It's not battery operated, so you are pretty limited with where you can bring this. I think the intention is for this to be an indoor studio type of light anyway. If you wanted to, I suppose you could get an extension cord or a generator to film outside, but a generator costs a lot more money, and that's a whole other thing. There are battery operated light stands. They're gonna cost you a little bit more money, but they are there. But for what this is, for getting the job done in a YouTube studio in your home, Simple to use, simple to set up. Oh, and it comes with dimmers. Who doesn't love that? Yeah, and you're gonna want dimming because sometimes the lighting situation changes. You don't want to look like Cassandra from Doctor Who. Let me see how much it costs now. $109. However, if you go on Amazon, you can find similar ring light setups for much cheaper. I think the cheapest one for a dupe was $30, and it's on sale where the original price is $33. Yeah, I haven't used this one, but it looks like a pretty decent alternative. Yeah, the picture shows it being a little bit smaller. I really recommend Neewer if you could find something similar to this. I mean, I found the cheapest one, as you just saw, was $30, so use that information however you will. Speaking of the Neewer brand, the last thing I want to talk about is the microphone that I'm using right now, which is the Neewer Pro Wireless Microphone System with Portable Charging Case CM28. We're getting real in the weeds with this. Not only is this really great for getting clear audio with your video, especially if you're filming on your iPhone or Android, it comes with different accessories for different types of phones. So I don't know the names of the different adapter thingies. This one is for the old iPhone, the one that still has a button. That was the one that I just upgraded from. And then this one is like the lightning cable. I don't know what they're called. Lightning cables. I'll add that in post maybe. Or maybe I won't because I'm tired. Point is, it's versatile. And it comes with 2 microphones. So this is great if you're doing interviews and you want clear audio for yourself and the interviewee. Or if you're doing like a fun cutesy video like I did here with my friend Kristen. It's great if you want to have some like co-host banter with, you know, someone you're doing a collab with. This one is also a little bit on the pricier side. So with the whole rigmarole, the 2 microphones, the transmitter, and the charging case, it's on sale right now on Amazon for $99. They did offer a used option for $51, so that seems like a pretty decent alternative. And then I did find this is also from Neewer, kind of like a smaller version. It's just like the 1 microphone and the 1 adapter for was it $20, $21? But I always recommend this for new videographers who think, oh, I need to have the best camera for whatever reason. No, you don't. Like, you're not shooting Citizen Kane, you're shooting a YouTube video, or you're just trying to like document something cool in your life. Filming a vlog, filming stuff with your friends. Maybe you are looking to get into journalism, but honestly, even professional seasoned journalists right now, I've seen it myself, are using their iPhones more and more often. I mean, the iPhone has also gotten super sophisticated. So point is, if you're going to invest in anything, probably invest in sound or a tripod. The iPhone gets pretty clear audio by itself, but you have to be in a controlled environment where there isn't a lot of background noise. Right now I'm filming in my living room. But yeah, the Neewer microphone or other microphones that, you know, work well with your phone, that can be a great way for just getting clear sound, because at the end of the day, that's what, you know, people listen to a lot of these videos. They don't really no one is going to watch your video and be like, the cinematography was not up to par. You're not Guillermo del Toro. You're, you know, Andy in her living room. But yeah, those are my tips and tricks as a photojournalist. I hope you found this video very useful. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to post every Sunday night. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Andy. I'm a comic book artist by day and a video journalist by night. This channel, I'm trying to direct it more towards showcasing, you know, my tips and tricks on videography, teaching you or enlightening you on cool art stuff. And yeah, just trying to build a community on here. Happy holidays. I've got a couple of other videos planned I'm hoping to, you know, put out throughout the month. But if I don't see you, well, happy holidays, happy hunting, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, I'm sorry. Say hi to all 30 subscribers. 34 or 31? Well, if you subscribed, thank you. Okay, down you go.